So it's the new G400 from Ping. Let's start with how it looks first of all. I'm not the biggest fan of these go faster lines. Got some go faster bobbles here as well, which feel quite nice, but not great for me to look down at that. If it did make it go faster, then like who cares, in my opinion. But to be fair, my club head speed was almost identical when I used this and the G25 and my own Titleist driver. So nothing different with the club head speed, with a very similar shaft. It did make the ball go a bit further though, so this forged face they've got did give it a bit more ball speed, to be honest, on average, just a little bit. So I was hitting it a tiny bit further, not massive, maybe not significant on a very small sample of shots, but average just a couple of yards further, which is obviously better. For me though, the big thing was this deep tungsten weight they've got at the back. It is way back, and Ping is saying it's the deepest centre of gravity in any driver out there. And I was about 5 yards more forgiving, so much tighter dispersion by 5 yards, which that's definitely significant. If I can keep it 5 yards away from the left or right hand side of the rough, then great. So that was definitely better than my Titleist driver and the G25 when I tested it with both of them. So it's a tiny bit further. It's definitely more forgiving. It's not my favourite club to look down at, but I mean, if it's going to help me, I'm quite into how things look on the ground with the driver and putters, that sort of thing. So if I don't like the look of a driver, I tend to just put it away. However, if it's going to be that more forgiving, I would probably try and get used to how it looks. So again, not my favourite looking club. Got a bit more distance, definitely got a little bit more or tighter dispersion. But we're going to test it with some real golfers that are out there and see what they think. So let's see if they find the same forgiveness when they're using it. So we're going to find a few people on the range, we'll let them have a go and see their thoughts.
It's better.
Thoughts on the look of it first of all?
Club?
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Lovely.
I do like the look of it, yeah.
It's my favourite. But
Never hit a ping,
okay.
Anything before, never.
Sure.
Happy with that.
Oh, best one.
Feels really nice, that does.
Sure. It's quite nice. It's not my favourite to look at, but it's actually quite forgiving. So much tighter dispersion for Ben here, as I found as well. So that centre of gravity further back really helping, but also 20 yards gain against a slightly older Ben Ross HTX, but big improvement still.
It does, yeah. It just feels the weight just does feel a little bit different. I don't know whether it is. Yeah, it does. It feels more, you know, it just feels like there's more weight to it to me. It feels a bit more, rather than it being. Felt good as well. Do you know what that was as well? That is me transferring my weight, having more weight on the right to.
Yeah, sure. I think you can start a bit more. That's going to help too. That's a really good drive. Big shot.
Hey.
Worth upgrading for 450 pounds?
I was going to upgrade, but do you know, it's a long story.
So both players liking the look of the club. Again, wasn't for me. Jerry also mentioned the feel of it. He liked how it was balanced. Again, personal preference that. 7 more yards against his G30, which is a good improvement. That's the best part of one club less he's going to have to hit into the green. But it's this dispersion. It's so much tighter with the G400. Again, just for a small sample of shots, but Jerry off 12 is a pretty decent player, striking it very consistently. That's a significant change. But if you're not sure, want to try it yourself, Halton Park, Ping Demo Day, 19th of October. Come and check it out yourself and see what you think. So similar results to I found. The big change in distance you saw from Ben was, to be fair, that was a big upgrading club that he was using from his previous model. And then with the G30 against this, just like I found, to be fair, similar distance, but much tighter dispersion. So this centre of gravity being way back really working. But come and try it for yourself. Club fitting day in a couple of weeks down at Halton Park. You can come and see what you think of the new G400. See you guys soon. very forgiving.